Well, boys, we are a short 10-ish days away from the beginning of the Premier League season. I guess that means we need to put some picks on some paper and hold those sheets until the end of the season. This is Red Card Radio. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're listening from. Thanks for tuning in. Red Card Radio is a weekly look at the Premier League from three friends who support different clubs. My name is James. I support Arsenal. With me tonight, that is Brad. He supports Chelsea. Down below, that's Sean. He supports Tottenham. And I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that is Fox the cat just screaming through the background. I'm not sure if you guys could hear him or not, but
definitely a Tottenham fan. Definitely
no,
a Tottenham.
I mean, he's black and gray, so it's possible maybe he's like a closet Newcastle United fan a little bit. Black, white, and gray. Well, yeah, we'll see. Okay, well, yeah. So it's sheets of it's sheets of integrity week, boys.
It's the week.
Yeah, we get to have the pleasure of making ourselves look really stupid tonight by saying that something's going to happen, and then in 9 months, everyone gets to laugh at us because Tottenham didn't finish 8th or something like that. So,
laugh at us. They didn't laugh at me. They laughed at you guys.
Dog, you picked Chelsea to win the Premier League.
Dog, I won the sheets of integrity.
Yeah, I don't.
Reigning champ.
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 Nah, we're not gonna let him champ. Okay, so slightly, we still cannot decide on how we're gonna do this long term. So we're gonna do a slightly different technique than last year. For the last couple years, we have created high quality graphic design pictures for you all to see. We have decided to do away with that this year. We're just gonna words, and it's going to be even better. We're gonna have a more homogeneous experience across the YouTube and the podcast, so that way the YouTube people don't feel like they are better than the podcast folk. And on top of that, so the things that we are picking the Premier League 1 through 20. So we are going to tell you exactly the precise position that every team is going to finish. We are picking the Golden Boot, the Golden Glove, the FA Cup winner. No one cares about the EFL Cup. That can get in the bin. So we're not doing the EFL Cup, but we are doing the Champions League, the Europa League, the Conference League, and we need a tiebreaker. Last year, the tiebreaker was who was going to win the Italian Serie A. This year, the tiebreaker is going to be who will win the English Football League Championship. So the EFL Championship. Yeah, so that I think is a little bit more fun, especially it's kind of like a soft prediction on who do we think is going to get promoted from the championship. So that kind of kept it in house a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
It felt good.
Yeah,
felt like the right choice.
It was
why we made it.
Definitely a host level suggestion.
It wasn't.
Yeah, yeah.
It was one of those. It's like a broken clock. It's right twice a day. So, but hey, listen up to all those YouTube viewers though. If you are watching this pod and you have not hit that subscribe button, we are 20 subscribers away from that big 100 number. I want to get us to that number by January. We got 4 months, 20 subscribers. That's 5 a month. I think there's 5 people out there that listen to this. You can hit that sub button.
True. Big true.
So help us out. Hit the bell when you hit the sub button.
All those things help us. Okay, so let's get into it. Shall we? How do we want to do this? Do we want to just like someone take the floor and give us their 1 through 20? And then the other two can just react and make fun of them?
Yes. That sounds great. Yeah, Sean, you've done the most prep. So I think we should probably start with the one that has the most prep.
And I'm also going to throw this out there for the listeners. This is the part of the podcast where we definitely want you guys to do this with us. So last year we had like an online submission form. This year what we're going to do is we're going to put everything into our Discord. So we're going to create a template that you guys can copy and paste, that you guys can adjust. You can just copy and paste it to like a notepad or something like that. And then you can sit there, you can think on it. And then once you're ready, you just submit it in our Discord. And we'll also pin a comment on our YouTube channel with the same information. But you just join our Discord, submit your picks as well, and then we tabulate everything. And at the end of the year, we kind of go over it. So you got like 10-ish days or so.
We will.
Go.
I think this has to lock Friday, August 16th at 2:00 Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, man.
1 hour before the season kicks off. I think that's fair. I didn't say this beforehand, but if y'all agree, I think that's fair. 1 hour before kickoff.
I'm okay with that. So that's like 9 days.
9 days. I took 8 days by the time the shows.
Yeah, 8 days from when this is. Adroit listeners will be able to figure out when we're recording this. Ooh. All right. Brad, you won last year. Does that mean you get to go first? I think it does.
No, we went Sean. We just said Sean first before you went to your long diatribe.
What? We just said should we?
You said yeah. So then we said Sean said I'll go.
I said I'll go first, and then
true.
James started talking again, and then
True. Yeah, I remember now.
So
hey, this is the second time that Sean hasn't been able to talk from one of us.
Yeah. Well, I'll just go ahead and start then.
Let's see what you got.
In the Champions League positions. So this will be 1 through 5, correct? Or is it 1 through 4?
Maybe it's 1 through 4-ish.
1 through 4, yeah.
It might be 5.
So I'll just give you my top. I'll just give you my top 5 just for funsies. We've got City, Arsenal, Tottenham, Newcastle, Liverpool.
Hold on. I need
That's my spice there, boys.
Whoa,
listen, Newcastle's good enough. Newcastle's good enough to be there. They're not going to have the injuries that they had last year. They're getting Tonali back. He learned how to not bet on football while he's playing football. Just bet on women's volleyball in the Olympics. Just bet on other things.
Tell me again who you have 4th and 5th.
You don't have to stop betting.
Tell me again who you have 4th and 5th.
Newcastle 4th, Liverpool 5th.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's spicy.
Yep.
That's extra spicy. Wait. Okay.
That is spicy. That's how much I believe in Newcastle.
Look,
if they did not get injured, that's where I believe they would have been last year.
I am sad that you went with City.
Sad. Who are you?
Sad. I hang out with Gen Zers all the time, so we use alphabet. Apparently,
we have to talk about this. We have to have City protection. If City get the banhammer, they don't count.
Yeah. I think
so. We're just gonna ignore City's points.
James doesn't think this is accurate.
I don't think this is accurate. I mean, I can't wait to tell you my top 5. But yeah.
Did you account for them getting the banhammer and put them 20th?
No. I put them where I think that their sporting merit will get them. I think the way we should handle City is handle them as if they didn't have a point deduction, right? So like at the end of the year, we will see that they've played 38 games. We can see how many points they would have amassed. And then we will be able to see like the Premier League took away 30 points. And this is all hypothetical. We don't know if the Premier League is actually taking anything away. So I think that we just handle City where they would have finished without a Premier League ban. But then that brings up an interesting question. Should that be our standing rule for any team that receives a point deduction?
I mean, I think as long as PSR exists, I think we're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Almost, right? Like, because United only got saved because of COVID money, apparently.
Okay, that's a news story that we just need to talk about real quick.
Yeah. 75 million in credits and COVID money is what saved them in PSR. Like, how? What?
Everton and Nottingham Forest should sue them for 75 million pounds and then split it down the middle.
Yes.
It's so ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but I think we need to have that as a standing rule for just anyone who we should, from here on out, any team that receives a point deduction, we don't honor that point deduction in their rankings for points. for our purposes, for sheets of integrity purposes.
Sheets of integrity.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at it, but I also am. I'm of the opinion that if City gets the ban hammer, then they get the ban hammer on this.
okay. I mean, if City is a unique situation, I'm okay making our own rules. I'm okay making whatever rules we want to.
Yes.
I mean, it's our podcast. We can do whatever the heck we want.
These are our sheets of mostly integral things. So, okay. So
you guys want to hear the rest of my?
Yes, I would. Sorry.
We're going to combine the rules. Sorry, we're combining rules here.
We'll let you guys know what the rules are in May. Go for it, Sean.
All right. So in 6th and 7th, Europa position, I've got Villa and Chelsea. Congratulations, Chelsea. You have made Europe again.
Okay.
In 8th place, we got West Ham, United, and Fulham rounding out the top 10. We got United missing out on Europe.
Well, who do you have 10th?
Fulham.
Well, who do you have 9th? Wait, what?
We have 8, 9, 10. Do it one more time. We missed it. Sorry.
You have Chelsea 7th. So, you have West Ham 8th.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is Villa, Chelsea, West Ham, United, Fulham.
Okay, you said West Ham United. Their full name is West Ham United, so that's why we're confused.
Okay, Manchester United. West Ham United.
So you
didn't notice the pause?
You have Man U 9th and Fulham 10th. Got it.
Yes.
Got it. I'm tracking.
All right. 11th through 15, I've got Fulham.
What?
Oh, sorry. So that was 10th. Palace, Wolves, Brighton, Leicester, Bournemouth. So there's your surprise there. I got Leicester staying up. The Fighting Harry Winks are staying up, baby.
Got him. You got him in 14th. Okay.
I got him not just up, just solidly up. No question, no doubt. And then my bottom here, just barely being safe, I've got Nottingham Forest and Everton. Everton squeaks by one more time.
Wow. Okay, you're relegating Brentford.
And I am relegating Brentford.
Oh, that was God. What spot are you? Yep.
I'm glad Brad recognized that. Yes, Brentford is gone.
Are they 18th?
Get them out of here. Ipswich and Southampton. Brentford are 18th. So I at least gave them that respect.
You have Southampton finishing last.
I do. Okay. I have Southampton finishing last. I have Ipswich finishing 19th.
That's an interesting. I mean, yeah, we should hold our comments to the end about holistically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because so I took notes of yours, Sean.
All right. Well, I'm also going to record you guys. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to record you guys as well.
I'm all on the sheet.
James.
All right. So you want me to go?
Of integrity.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm picking Arsenal to win the league. I think it's a perfectly reasonable pick. And Arsenal are going to win the league. I have Manchester City 2nd, Liverpool 3rd, Tottenham 4th. Okay. Newcastle United I have finishing 5th. I think that without the Champions League, and there's no way that they have the same level of injuries that they had last year. So I think obviously kind of like what you were talking about, Sean, I think they're going to be improved. Chelsea I actually have finishing above Aston Villa. So Chelsea is 6th, Aston Villa is 7th. I pick Villa to be 7th just because I think that they're going to go in a deep run in the Europa League. Yeah, you catch that. Manchester United I have 8th, Brighton and Hove Albion I have 9th, and West Ham I have finishing 10th. Now, you thought your Leicester pick was spicy at 14th. I have Leicester finishing 11th. Sean, I think that they.
Wow.
I think they had a fluke season when they got relegated. I think that these guys are Premier League. It's a Premier League club that had a fluke season and got relegated. Now, maybe this is probably the pick that's going to come back to bite me the most, because new manager, their manager got slurped away from the ridiculousness that is Stamford Bridge. So maybe that does impact them, but I think that it's a Premier League. I think it's a Premier League club that just got unlucky one season over and over and over again, and they had players that wanted to be elsewhere. So I have Crystal Palace 12th.
I don't know. New manager bounce off the beginning of the season had us undefeated through 2 games last year. So our 10 games. Sorry,
new manager bounce had you guys winning the Premier League in October. Apparently, just saying.
That's right. That's right. We
right.
did.
I have Crystal Palace 12th, Wolves 13th. I have Brentford 14th. I don't think Brentford get relegated. Fulham are 15th. Everton survive again. They're 16th. And the final team to survive, Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth survive. That means I think Nottingham Forest are getting relegated in 18th, Southampton in 19th, and Ipswich Town in 20th.
All right, what was your 8, 9, 10?
Okay, sorry. No, it's fine. 8 is Manchester United.
Yep.
9 is Brighton and Hove Albion. And 10 is West Ham United.
Alrighty.
So I think if I look at just quickly between Sean and I.
So ours are very similar, really.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, we are very similar.
They're not that dissimilar, yeah. There's a couple
I've got
variants,
Tottenham,
but
1 higher place. You have Liverpool 2 higher places. Newcastle is still right there. We just disagree on 3, 4, 5. We disagree on 6 and 7, just reversed. And then I think more highly of West Ham than you do.
But not significantly, just slightly. Yeah.
No, I got him in 8. You got him in 10.
Yeah. You also think more highly of Fulham.
We are relegating 2 of the same people.
Yeah. I think
Yes,
that's probably going to be the case. I think that all 3 of us. I haven't seen Brad's yet. I don't know what Brad say, but I think Brad is relegating Ipswich and Southampton and Everton. Those are the 3 teams I think he's relegating because Brad has this hard on for relegating Everton, I think. But we'll see because Brad's going to tell us his 20 right now.
Yeah. All right. So starting at number 1, both of you guys are wrong. London is blue. Premier League is blue. Chelsea's winning the league. Maresca guaranteed Champions League football, and he's going to guarantee the Premier League. I think he guaranteed
in his first season.
Yeah, man.
In his first season, managing top flight football at all. He's never managed the top flight of anything.
I mean, he did the championship in City's U20.
All right. But yeah, Chelsea for sure.
Chelsea at the top.
All right.
Then I'm gonna go City second, assuming no banhammer. They're gonna put up a heck of a fight in the first week. Come out the losers.
Watch Chelsea hold like 6 against City in the first weekend. It's gonna be brutal.
I'm on here with the box already. Put the jerseys in this first episode.
All right.
Third, I have Arsenal. Fourth, I have Liverpool as my Champions League teams. I have Chelsea, City, Arsenal, Liverpool. Fifth, I have Newcastle United.
Okay.
Sixth, I have Tottenham. Newcastle kept their team together, and assuming they keep Eddie Howe away from the English job, I think top 5 is definitely doable for that team. That team is stacked. Their starting 11 is stacked, and their defense is going to be a Cobham special.
You said it. You had to say it like that.
I did.
Every club is a Cobham special.
I was talking with Joel about this. He's very excited for his 3 Chelsea defenders at the back. 7th, I have United, Manchester. Don't want to get confused. 8th, I have Villa. I when Unai gets money, that's when things go wrong. Also, this is their first Champions League endeavor, and they've reinforced, but I don't know enough if they've done enough. I think it'll be very much like a Newcastle season where they fall off. West Ham 9th. I'm with you guys at 8, 9, 10 region for them. I have Brighton 10th to round out the top 10. They just always manage to find a way. Even with a new manager, they find a way to that top 10. Palace 11th. I too put some respect on Leicester City's name and have them 12th. I agree with much of what James said. Even with the players they've sold, they were still a top 10 like Premier League paying squad last year. So I'm expecting almost a top half finish. Fulham 13th, Everton 14th.
Oh wow. I did not expect that.
I don't see Everton getting relegated.
I guess I did discount the Sean Dyche special. Like you are a big fan of Sean Dyche.
I was hype on Sean Dyche, and I was like, this team is a top. He got them to top 12 before the point. So had our rule been in effect last year, we all would have been screwed because we all had Everton going down.
No,
or close to going down.
Yeah, I did not. I'm just saying.
Or close to going down.
They were close. Yeah.
I have Wolves 15th. I just don't see enough points for them to go any higher. I haven't put a team yet of the bottom three. I don't think the bottom three. I don't think we have a 3 up, 3 down again. I think one stays.
Yeah, you already picked Leicester, bro.
You've already got one.
Oh, I did. I guess I have two. Sorry, I thought.
All right.
Bournemouth confuses me. They're coming later. Listen, the second team to stay up. Ipswich Town at 16th.
Okay.
Double stay up.
It's been a long time since that's happened in the Premier League.
What?
A double stay up.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're gonna push. We're gonna see.
All right.
Now, just barely not getting there because I'm assuming that Ivan Toney goes somewhere. Where, I don't know. I don't see him seeing the field. I don't see Brentford getting enough goals. I see him getting just enough goals to stay safe. I have him 17th, which means the first team being relegated.
Bournemouth.
Nottingham Forest.
Oh, okay.
Nottingham Forest. Bournemouth, I'm assuming, is not replacing Solanke. Solanke is probably gone. He's there's some things happening that I don't think Bournemouth can survive Solanke not being there. The Solanke Panky has to go somewhere. So Bournemouth at 19th, and then I have Southampton coming up and going right back down.
Yeah.
Going to Norwich.
Fun? Go for it, Sean.
What's funny is that why do we all hate Southampton? All three of us picked them to finish dead last.
Well, not dead last. James didn't.
Yeah. I have 19th. I have him 19th.
Oh, you have him 19th. Okay. All right. Sorry. But everybody's got him relegated.
I don't know if we hate Southampton per se, but are they willing to spend the money that is required to stay up? I readily admit I don't know who they've signed this summer. But I'm just concerned that
spent a lot of money, it looks like.
Have they?
I saw a sheet where they were like top 10 in buying people so far.
Yeah, okay, so maybe they're trying. I don't have a lot of the Premier League is so difficult to stay up in right now that I mean, it's possible. I don't see a world. I think that the relegation battle is more competitive this year than it was last year. I do think Ipswich is going to not do very well. I think Ipswich is going to be they're not going to be as bad as Sheffield United were, but they are I think they're going to get relegated pretty quickly comparatively. But I don't think I dislike Southampton. I just think I think it's just difficult to come up and stay up. That's my only point.
So
I hear you.
I will give you a brief flyby of what Southampton have been doing to ensure they can stay up. All right. So they still have Bazunu. They've had him for a while. They signed a goalkeeper from Godzape, which apparently is in Poland. That's probably a backup. They're going to assume that Bazunu is ready to go. He was there when they went down. So they've signed just a couple of probably depth players, one from Peterborough, one from Swansea. They signed a center back from Manchester City who's 22, Harwood Bellis. Then they signed another one, Kochop, who I've heard of from PSV. They signed Charlie Taylor from Burnley, probably a player that didn't want to go back to the championship, so signed to another one coming up. They got a right back from Akmar. They've been pretty active because here we go. Now we've got a defensive midfielder from Manchester United, Flynn Downs, who's 25. They signed Carlos Alcaraz from Juventus, who was on the Argentinian World Cup team, I believe. They also signed Barrenton Diaz from Villarreal, who's on the Chilean national team. And my favorite, they have brought back Southampton legend Adam Lallana.
Adam Lallana is still around.
Yeah, he left. Oh, I forgot he
Adam
left Brighton on
Lallana
a
is
free.
36 and started. He started his journey at Southampton under Mauricio Pochettino before moving to Liverpool.
Wow.
Bring it full circle. They also got a center forward from who is just returning. Oh, so that's just returning from a loan. So they're getting a striker back from whatever. They still have Adam Armstrong as striker. They still have. I'm just trying to pick out names I know.
Didn't they
Kyle
sell
Walker
Che
Peters
Adams?
is still on the team. Jack Stevens, Jan Bednarik. That's all I recognize. Yeah, I don't see Adams on the team. Yeah, Shea Adams has gone on a free to Torino.
Yeah. All right. I mean, look,
So
Sean, I don't understand how you don't put Tottenham first. I think I say this every year.
Because he wants to win this. He wants to win this.
Listen.
And he recognizes that you're picking Chelsea is an absolute throwaway.
What? But is this game more important, or is the game on the field more important? Or have you just been burned too many times by Tottenham?
Brad, if we win the league, I won't give a absolute dog shit about this game.
Right.
So if we win and it screws up my 1 through 20, I don't care. But if reality happens and we finish third, like I think we will, then I'm right twice. And we're in Champions League.
Right twice. Okay.
Listen, I play this game with my mind. I play this game with my mind, not my heart. My heart says we're going to win the league.
Then that's what should have been on the sheets. Just saying.
No.
Yes.
No. My mind says we're too young. This is not a championship ready team now. We are getting close. We have the right pieces in place. They're young. They're good. I think we're close, which is why I think we'll finish third.
I just don't get it, but okay.
I mean, you're obviously ceding us points when you say Chelsea's going to win. You're obviously ceding us at best at the minimum 3 points, because there's no way that this Chelsea team finishes higher than fourth. There's no way. You guys have far too many issues right now. And it's only been exacerbated, or not exacerbated, but brought to light by your preseason form. Just you guys don't look very defensively stout at the moment, is maybe the way I should say it.
I also don't know if we've played our best, if we played who Maresca's going to play at defense.
Okay, that's fair. You guys are waiting on people to come back?
What?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what our defense looks like day one. I think I have an idea of right back, left back. I don't know who the two center backs are.
Yeah.
Out of the 500 we have.
The other thing I will say, I think we're all pretty high on Liverpool, which they could have a transitional year. So like it's possible that they struggle this year. That was something I was worried about.
And they've had a really good preseason too. They haven't lost yet, I don't think.
I just think that their roster after Klopp flipped it is just really strong.
Yeah.
And my only disagreement that I didn't feel like I had time to get into it with Tamzid and
Jimmy,
and just talk about and Jimmy was I don't think Edwin Diaz is a lost cause. I think he's he's a really good player. Like I don't think he needs to go. But now in that the reason I bit my tongue was I'm talking to somebody that watches every one of their games, so obviously he would know better than I. So I'm not going to argue on the podcast with somebody that watches every single game. But when I watch Liverpool, I think Edwin Diaz brings a lot to their team as a viewer and not a fan. So I think their roster is really strong, and that's why I had them also in the top 4.
Yeah,
I think we all put them in the top 4. I think we all believe.
I don't think slot ball is very different from Klopp ball. So like I don't think there's a hard transition here.
I think that's the key point here is that they picked a manager who wasn't their first choice manager, but they picked a manager and he's not going to drastically change the style of play. So the players can already understand the system and can execute it. I think that's big. Brad, what has you so bullish on Ipswich?
I mean, as bullish, you mean I have them 3 places? Oh, I guess 4 places above you guys. Look.
I could answer that for you, James.
Chelsea players.
They signed Amari Hutchinson.
That's an Arsenal player. He's not Coble. He is a Chelsea. He was signed to Chelsea. I don't even think he played a game for Chelsea.
I'm not sure he did. Yeah,
I don't think he did.
You guys,
that's an Arsenal player.
Sold him.
No,
you guys signed him. You guys sold him for 24 mil. So that's in your till.
You know what? Yeah. I think we gave Arsenal got some of that.
A little bit, not a lot, not as much as I thought. Not as much as I thought it was.
Yeah, it was like 20% or something like that.
Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 million.
Yeah. Also, like, I like McKenna as a coach. He was on the short list for Chelsea, so I looked into him a bit. He's brought Ipswich up twice, back-to-back seasons. This is gonna be crazy. Y'all gonna be like, "Oh, this is Brad being foolish," but like, kind of feels like Nick Pope with Bournemouth, just cranking out the levels. And so I think they can do enough to stay up. Not great, but I think they do enough to stay up. Also, I think Brentford's going to be a lot worse without Tony. I think.
But who's signing Tony? No one's signing him.
It might not be
interesting. You mentioned Nick Pope with Bournemouth. They signed the Burnley goalkeeper Muric,
Bournemouth,
who was just battered last year.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I was looking at the Ipswich roster. Ipswich signed the Burnley goalkeeper Muric.
But to be fair, you can take a goalkeeper in a bad system and put them into a better system, and they succeed. Like look at Aaron Ramsdale. Like he came from Sheffield, got relegated, and then came to Arsenal and almost won the league the next year. And I got very close to winning the Golden Boot or the Golden Glove. So.
Same with Nick Pope too. He came from where did he come from? Hold on. Why is my research not working? Guys, it's been a minute since I did this. I'm sorry.
The internet is a hard place to Google.
It is. A hard place to Google.
Wikipedia.org.
He came from Burnley to Newcastle.
Yeah, when you said Nick Pope, did you mean Eddie Howe at Bournemouth? Is that what you were implying? Okay.
Eddie Howe. Sorry. Yes,
that's what I thought you meant.
I was looking at my sheets. I'm sorry.
No, all good. Not a problem.
Yeah, assuming Eddie Howe stays.
You think Nick Pope's going to win the Golden Glove? Oh, all right. We should get into this. Okay, so the other things that we need to pick: Golden Boot.
All right, yeah. Let's dive into our awards.
Yeah, boot, glove, and then the other ones. So
I got some spice in here too, boys. I got some spice. Are y'all ready for this?
Let's do Golden Boot and Golden Glove
first. I'll start us off on Golden Boot.
Yeah. Let's go. Go ahead. Let's see what you got.
All right,
let's see your spice.
I'll name them both. Golden Boot. Dominic Solanke.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody's bought into the rumors that Levy's going to spend money here.
It doesn't. I'm hedging my bet because even if he stays where he is, he's still going to bang 20 goals in. It doesn't matter.
Bro, you didn't. So, you didn't hedge your bets last year. You picked Harry Kane. Just throwing that there.
Yes,
that was hedging my bets because I also picked. I also hedged my bet for Bayern to win Champions League. Yeah. Yeah, hedge
Bayern's
my
first
bets
year without.
two ways.
Hey, Sean, I got a question. How did it work for you?
I know. All right. I'm moving on to Golden Gloves. Golden Gloves is Ederson. That is also hedging my bets. That is just the best goalkeeper in the league.
Who might not be in the
No,
league?
it's Allison's the best goalkeeper in the
Yeah,
league.
he's not.
Yeah.
All right, Brad. Who do you
All
have? You have. We know your Golden Glove
Is Ederson hurt?
is Pope. No.
No,
it's
you're
just
selling
that.
him.
Yeah, he might go to Saudi Arabia. Might, maybe, probably won't, but he could.
Probably does.
So
right.
you picked Pope.
My Golden Glove, I got Nick Pope.
All right, and
If
then
that Newcastle defense stays healthy. That Newcastle defense has been deadly.
and then you're picking Holland, right, to win the Golden.
Or
yeah.
So
you
at this point in
Osimhen?
time, I think the Premier League needs to take a cast of Erling Haaland's boot, and just make that the new Golden Boot because it's Haaland. I do like the Osimhen pick, but I'm not Sean. I'm not gonna hedge my bets.
Yeah,
I go all in.
If Osimhen had been signed at this point to Chelsea, you would have picked Osimhen.
Probably. I picked Lukaku. Remember?
Yeah.
You remember that one?
I do remember that one. All right. I also am not being interesting. I'm taking Erling Haaland for the Golden Boot, and I'm taking David Raya for the Golden Glove. I mean, Arsenal had the best defense in the Premier League last year. We had the most clean sheets. We conceded the fewest number of goals. And so why all Arteta does is sign defenders. He signed another defender in Ricardo Calafiori. So like all he wants to do is play defense. So
and you're getting Timber back.
So I thought about that because I almost did Raya, but and I haven't looked this up. When was the last time the Golden Gloves was won back to back?
Back to back, I don't know.
Because like I feel like you can have a strong defense, but I feel like clean sheets are almost random, if that makes sense. Like the amount of clean sheets that you are going to get is going to be more random.
I disagree there. I think that you're just trying to say that like you might concede. I don't know. I don't even know what you're trying to say. Actually, I don't think clean sheets are random at all. I think that it's a concerted effort from your team to just not concede. I think about you love talking about the Chelsea team that only conceded like 13 goals or whatever it was.
So I have a question for you though.
Okay.
Last year, we know Raya won the Golden Glove. Who was second? Who was third?
Pickford was second.
Yep. Who was third? If you could even guess the team, I'll give it to you.
It's wasn't it what's the word I'm looking for? Wasn't it like
we're a team?
Was it Crystal Palace keeper or something like that, or something?
No, it was Leno. Fulham.
Oh, was it? Okay, Crystal Palace, Fulham. I was close.
In the top and 3 less clean sheets, you had Flecken from Brentford, Neto from Bournemouth, and Vicario Spurs. Right? Like what I'm saying is, out of these teams, 1, 2, 3, 4 finished in the bottom half.
Okay, I get what you're saying about random, and that like I guess what your point is that you could concede a boatload of goals in a single game, and like that inflates your goals conceded tally.
Yes.
But then you could have 3 games in a row where you have you have 3 clean sheets in a row, and so you still got pumped in the last game. So you're just I get what you're saying, but I think that if you look at Arsenal, I mean, 2 years ago, Ramsdale was very close to the Golden Glove. And so I don't think it's out like for 2 years running, Arsenal have been very, very high in the clean sheet department. And so I think that it's not unreasonable to think that for a 3rd year in a row that they will also be very high in that. So that's all I'm saying.
And like I said, I'm with you. Like I thought about Raya and putting him on here. So like I don't necessarily think you're wrong. I'm not hating on Arsenal's defense like I normally would. I'm just putting it out there that I haven't seen somebody win it.
Is what you're describing is teams in the bottom half that are playing for a 0-0 draw and hoping for the best.
That's a good point.
Like you're describing Sean Dyche.
But
like he doesn't want to score goals. He wants to tie every game and have 38 points at the end of the year and stay up.
That's true.
at
All right.
the same time, though, this like that's what it is, right? So like, you can't say how many draws that Everton are going to get. That's what I'm saying. Like it's more random than not.
All right. Fair enough. Let's get into the cup
All right,
competitions.
who's winning the Champions League?
Well, we doing FA
Cup.
FA Cup as
FA
well,
Cup.
right?
I got who I have.
Chelsea.
We win in the trouble. We win in the trouble this year. Chelsea's for the FA Cup.
Sean,
actually.
Oh shit, that's wrong side.
Can we be real? I'm putting Chelsea in the 3 spots that we have a chance to win, hoping we win one of these trophies.
You're hoping you win the FA Cup. Sean, who do you have winning the FA Cup?
I got a spicy one.
Okay.
Are you ready for this, James?
If you pick Arsenal again.
Villa.
Oh, Villa. Okay.
Ooh. Did you forget they're playing Champions League ball?
Unai Emery was cut his teeth in La Liga, and La Liga loves them some trophies. So Unai is itching to get something.
I have Arsenal.
I think he gets the FA this year.
I am. It's been 4 years. It will have been 5 seasons since we've won the FA Cup. That's a long time for Arsenal to go without winning an FA Cup. And I think finally Arteta will get over his hump of getting eliminated early. Over the last 3 years, we've been knocked out in either the 4th or the 5th round for like the last 3 years, and it's been pitiful and disgusting. And I'm ready to win the FA Cup again. So I think Arsenal are doing the domestic double at the very least.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. Sean, are you backing your boy Harry Kane in this Champions League?
I am picking Bayern. Yes.
We knew it. I'm
going Bayern again.
I already had it written in.
How'd y'all know? Did you really?
Yes, because you are begging for Harry Kane to get a trophy so you can enter this Jamie Vardy argument with a Champions League trophy.
It's not an argument. Anybody worth anything would rather have Harry Kane's career than Jamie Vardy's.
Harry Kane doesn't want Harry Kane's career.
No, it's not an argument.
Anyways, well, James breathes and survives his laughs. I'm gonna be boring and basic. It's the Champions League. That means Real Madrid.
I hate you. It's so boring. I also
you're getting in trouble.
They're not in the Champions League, bro. They're not in the Champions League. Bro.
Yeah.
I am also picking Madrid, but I'm picking Atletico Madrid. So I think that Diego Simeone gets this every couple years. Atleti is trouble in the Champions League, and I think they got.
It was not very long. It was not very long ago that they. What was it? It was Atleti versus Real, right? It was Madrid versus. Because it was almost back to back. We had a Atleti Madrid, and then we had a Dortmund Bayern back to back.
I guess so. I don't remember specifically,
I think the Dortmund Bayern was first, but it was not that long ago that Atletico was in the Champions League final.
Yeah, so I think every couple years, and they got hard done last year. I think they felt aggrieved getting knocked out the way they did, so they got that fire in their tummy, and they're coming for it. I'll go first for Europa League. I'm picking Aston Villa. I think Aston Villa dropped down from the Champions League. However that works, I don't even know if it's possible anymore with the new structure. But I am picking Villa to win the Europa League because I think that there's a parachute somehow, some way to get into the Europa League from the Champions League, and I think they're going to do it. And I think that they're going to go on a run.
Unai Emery does his thing.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, that's a strong one for the Europa League. Okay.
Yep.
I'm not mad at that. I went
you and I are seeing eye to eyes on the Unai Emery and the cup thing. Like he likes himself a trophy.
Yep.
I went to France.
Except for Arsenal. I'm just saying. He didn't win.
I went to France. Yeah, he didn't. But he had a good evening. I went to France for the Europa League. Lyon. Lyon is bringing home the Europa League.
Why Lyon?
Hold on, real quick.
I looked at the teams.
Let me see what Chelsea.
What
Let me
Chelsea
see
players
what
are on
Chelsea
Lyon?
player is on Lyon.
Is there one? I don't know.
Isn't Lacazette on Lyon?
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it now. Nemanja Matic,
Okay, there you go.
Lacazette,
yeah. Okay, I'm
Dejan
in then.
Lovren,
Yeah. That's where I bought
Ainsley
Gusto from.
Maitland-Niles,
He's good for a penalty if you need it.
Mangala.
Look, I just looked at the team, and that was the one that spoke to me. It feels like it's written in the stars for them.
They also have a Fofana.
Brad looked Brad looked at who was qualified for the Europa League and picked one team that he knew how to pronounce their name. Just throwing that out there. Sean, who do you have winning the Europa League?
Let's be honest. There's only 13 of like the 68 teams that are going to be in this thing. We have no idea who is even in it. So I'm just going Tottenham because that's the only team I know for certain is in it, other than Newcastle or other than Chelsea.
All right, who do you have?
Not in
Chelsea.
it.
Who else is? Oh,
United is in it.
United is the team.
Wait.
Other than United,
Can we talk about how long you had to defend that you were picking Tottenham for the Europa League, even though that is your team?
They're not going to win it.
But oh man.
Brad's picking Chelsea to win the Conference League. Yeah,
100%. 100%. We are doing the Jose Mourinho. We're the first club to win all three.
I would, loyal listeners, friends of the podcast, random people who just stumbled across us that have been listening to Brad ramble for the last 47 minutes. I would like to point out that Brad picked Chelsea to do a treble.
Yes.
Just throwing that out there.
Treble season.
Brad picked Chelsea. This Chelsea team. Think about this Chelsea team right now to do the treble.
That's called that.
Well, to be fair, they have enough players to play one roster for the league, one roster for the cups, domestic cups, and one roster for Europe.
That's
so
true.
They have enough players to do it.
You know what? We're gonna do the quadruple.
Club World Cup.
We're winning the Club World Cup too.
This guy. All right, Sean. Who do you have?
Funny enough, you also have enough players to only play players in that one too.
We really do. We can have a starting 11 for each with different goalies.
You have 52 players, Brad. You have 52 players.
And they keep signing players.
You can only play 11 at once.
And we just signed another one.
All right.
To be fair, we did.
You have 7 goalkeepers.
Sean, who do you have winning the Conference League?
It's Chelsea. I'll give them that one.
I hate you both. That's such a homer
Plus,
pick.
we got it.
I'm taking Real Betis. Real Betis.
You just picked the one Spanish team.
Nah.
I looked that up too.
Hector Bellerin.
No.
Hector Bellerin.
He wanted to pick Ajax, so I would say Ajax. So I'm saying Ajax for you.
We need to leave. We need to be out of this podcast. All right,
tiebreakers.
Tiebreaker
is
EFL Championship.
All right, I'll go first.
Okay, Sean.
All right, so I'll go first. Here was my thought process. Teams that just went down.
Yeah.
Burnley lost their manager.
Yep.
Sheffield already is starting with a -2 hole. They're still punished. And who was the other one that I'm missing? Must be blazing over.
It was the fighting.
Was Luton.
When you come to the kennel, you're gonna get burned. Yeah, Luton Town.
Oh, Luton.
Get the dogs.
Yeah, Luton Town. They were a fluke to come up. So I don't think any of the fresh teams coming down are gonna do it again. So
are you gonna pick my team?
Then my eyes turned to teams that were good last year. Leeds are stripped because they did not go back up. They had to sell. I went to Sunderland. Sunderland was really good last year. They've been in the championship for a while. And then I spotted my winner, Blackburn.
I'm okay with that. I'm with it. I'm with a Black. I love Black. I mean, I don't love
Blackburn are winning the championship next year. I wanted to go Sunderland. Sorry, Joel, for that. I wanted to go Sunderland. They're not winning the championship next year. Not on my watch.
All All right, Brad,
Oh,
you're
all right.
taking leads, aren't you?
I'm taking. I'm taking Leeds. I want Leeds back in the Prem.
They just got stripped of all their
I
talent.
like.
Because they could not make it back up, they couldn't keep their players, dude. They just sold Somerville and Gray, and they're losing everyone.
I like the Premier League with Leeds in it. I like that rivalry with Chelsea. And so
I
I'm
do
going
too.
Leeds. Leeds is winning the championship this year. They're making a comeback. They're doing it. All right, James, get us out of here.
I don't see it.
I'm gonna get us out of here on the Tyne side. I'm taking Sunderland.
Ooh.
I think it's time.
Oh, so you were with me.
I think it's time. I think it's time for Sunderland to come back up. Yeah. So there we go.
Wow.
There we have it. So we will create a channel in our Discord server. Make sure you guys join our Discord. Make sure you get your picks in by next Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. I think that is 1800 UTC.
Yes, that sounds right.
Yeah, that's the Greenwich Mean Time, essentially. UTC, that's what it is, UTC.
Leave it to the British to decide that they are the median time.
Of course. And sun never set on the Empire.
Yeah.
So make sure you get those picks in an hour before the Fulham Manchester United game kicks off on Friday. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. We have certainly enjoyed it. If you could, definitely hit it with a follow, like, subscribe, all those good things. Hit the share button. Send it to your buddies and your mother. That your mother would certainly appreciate hearing from us. And get your comments in. I guess if you post a comment on the YouTube video as well with your picks, we'll honor that as well. If you don't have Discord, you don't know how to use Discord. If you just pop it on YouTube as well, we will get it there as well. You can send it to us on Twitter. Brad is at KSBradG. Sean is at Whiteheart_Sean. I am at James Tiffany. Collectively, we can be reached at redcard_radio. You can email us at info.redcardradio@gmail.com. And check back next week because we will have our first preview of the English Premier League for the 24-25 season coming up next week. But until then, thank you so much for listening, and we can't wait to hear from you. Have a good one.